Hello, everyone. Once again, this is Dare to Speak. I've been checking some comments on my comment section on the recent videos that I did, especially the ones that are very controversial concerning the Kenosha shooting and stuff like that. And a lot of the comments were very stupid and immature, like dumb, cheap shots and that kind of thing. I mean, if you're going to disagree with me, I mean, there's no need to insult me and say stupid things like that. I mean, try to be civilized, try to be level-headed about it at least. But unfortunately, not everybody is mature. They're not mature enough to actually learn that lesson. Now, the thing is, the Black Lives Matter, this particular group, even though I do sympathize with them, I do sympathize with them big time. And they're not exactly saints. I'm not saying that they are saints. I know that they do have their issues. They actually do take things too far when it comes to breaking glass windows, doing damage on the streets, burning down businesses, causing fires, and throwing glass bottles and all sorts of shit, and things like that. I do believe they can actually go too far. I do believe that. However, when it comes to their reason for their anger, it makes a lot of sense to me. Regardless of whether people believe that the shooting that the police did was justified or not, I even said before, okay, if Jacob Blake was actually reaching into his car with the possibility of him pulling out a weapon or doing whatever the case may be, okay, I can understand shooting him in the back once, maybe twice, and that would have sufficed, in my opinion. I don't see why. I don't see how one or two shots wouldn't be suffice, especially one. But 7 times in the back was excessive. It was very excessive. And I do believe, and it is true, a lot of people have a real hard time with this, especially with the Blue Lives Matter. And even though they're supporting the police and the police supported them, saying we appreciate your help, we appreciate your support, and things like that. When they're throwing these water bottles, these bottles of water, to them, and all this other kind of thing. It may seem like it's okay, but they're also missing the point. A lot of these people are missing the point that there are some cops that are pretty much racist. There's a lot of cops that are racist. There's cops out there that are big time assholes. And in the state of Wisconsin, I don't know what parts, that kind of thing. There is a lot of good cops. That is true. Even in the area where I live. The thing is, there's cops out there that are not very nice, with attitude problems that they have of their own and things like that. There's also some cops out there that are racist, that are very, very fucking racist. And a lot of these people they just fail to actually realize that. That's the thing. Blue Lives Matter, this organization, these people, when I see them with their guns and things like that, and they're acting like like authority figures and stuff like that, they actually have the same type of disturbing vibe. They have that same disturbing vibe, like they actually condone the idea of racism. but they don't see it as being racist, or maybe they are racist and they're just trying to hide it. Now, it's not conclusive. I'm not trying to say that they are racist, but I am getting that vibe from them. I am getting that they do give that type of an impression. They give an impression of condoning an aspect of racism. You know, like saying that this guy's a criminal, and you know the way they would explain things and things like that. Now I know this. They want to support the police officers, and I know that not all of them are bad. I understand. I do agree with that, but there's also some that are, and they have to realize that condoning racism is not a good thing. Now, a lot of you people out there that are saying that I'm pretty much, I'm not being correct, or I'm full of shit about what I'm trying to say right now. I mean, think about this. Just think about this. Just bear this in mind. If the Blue Lives Matter organization, this group, especially the ones that are the militia group, the ones that are carrying these assault rifles and things like that, especially them, if they are racist, if they really are racist, do you honestly think they'll be stupid enough to admit to it? Do you honestly think that they would admit that they're racist? They're not that stupid. They're not gonna say that. And even though the Black Lives Matter have their issues when they take things too far, I understand that. But to me, I think both sides are fucked up. Both are fucked up. Some have a good cause, but they could take things too far. They could end up hurting innocent people, at the heat of the moment of all this chaos. It does happen. It really does happen. And I can understand someone who wants to defend their property from people that take things too far in order to prevent an innocent person from getting hurt or killed. Totally understandable. I understand that part. But at the same time, don't look at this other side, the Blue Lives Matter, as being saints. Because they're not fucking saints. I'm pretty sure there's either a couple of them, or I don't know how many of them, can also take things too far. They can also take things too far. It's also very possible, I'm not saying this is not conclusive, but it's also very possible that they actually condone racism. They could be racist. And that's what worries me about this particular group. That's what worries me about people that support the police officers. If anybody says that there's no racist cop, no crooked cop at all in the Kenosha, in that area of the state of Wisconsin, just like Milwaukee, just like West Allis, and places like that, of course, there's racist cops. There's cops out there that are assholes. There's cops out there that don't really like blacks and Hispanics. That they antagonize them with this narcissistic type hate. There's cops out there that are like that. And of course, there's cops out there that are very, they're very fair, they're understanding, very helpful, and they're very empathetic towards any race. And those are the good cops, and do believe they also exist too. But to say that they're all good, I mean, come on. Now you're being full of shit by saying that, or either that, or you're just fucking ignorant. Either way. Now, like I said, one side can take it too far, but also the other side can also take it very too far. And it just seems to me, opinion-wise, that the Blue Lives Matter, the militia group, are actually possibly racist. They also have, look at the way they treated the guy that got shot in the arm. The people that supported this militia group. One guy was making a comment saying, yeah, this guy got disarmed. Making a one-arm joke. A lot of these insults, and these guys are scumbags. They're like the scum of the earth, and this and that. And then, these are just hateful things. There's no need for that shit at all. There's no need for it. Like I said before, both sides can take it too far. They're both capable. I don't see one being better than the other. They all have their good, but they also have their bad. Don't be a fucking narcissist. That's what I'm trying to say. And don't put people down. And I already meant it in my earlier video that you should respect the victims and the victim's family. As far as Kyle Rittenhouse, even though I'm not saying, because I know that they actually when he fell down to the ground and they attacked him, he had to defend himself. I can understand that. I could strongly understand that. And if they would have killed him, if they would have beat him to death, which is wrong, because I would prefer that they would have grabbed him and roughed him up a little bit, and then turned him over to the police and say, hey, this guy, he just shot somebody. He was in the wrong, or whatever the case may be, hearing their side of the story and doing it that way. But let's just say that he got beaten to death, or he got stabbed or shot or whatever. Even though, okay, that's bad and I don't really condone it. I don't condone it. But at the same time, I would go as far as to say that he also had it coming. He also had it coming. And I can't lose any sleep over that. I just can't. Even though it's wrong, I do agree with that, but I wouldn't go as far as to say, yeah, good riddance to that motherfucker. He deserved it. Yeah, this and that. I can never fucking say that. I mean, to me that's wrong. But when I say that I wouldn't lose any sleep over it if he would have died, it's because of the fact that he also had it coming. And also, to add on to it, it's not because I have hate towards him or anything like that. It's because he's too much of a liability. Too much of a liability of hurting somebody or killing another person. Since he already did, he could also continue to do it. He's too much of a liability. But again, I prefer that no one gets hurt, that no one gets killed. That they should be brought in, like a citizen's arrest and bring them into the authorities. That kind of thing. So, no disrespect intended. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody. But I just don't trust this Blue Lives Matter group. They seem to me like they actually condone and back up even not just the good cops, which is nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with backing up the good cops. But to back up the ones that are racist, the ones that are corrupted, there's a lot of crooked cops. And it seems to me that they actually support them. And if they support them, then that means they condone corruption, they condone hate, they condone narcissism, and they condone racism. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And of course, if you hate this video, give it a thumbs down. Questions or comments, you know what to do. And please, just keep it civil. There's no need for insults. This is Dare to Speak. And to all of you, take care.